Hello, beautiful people from the internet. It is Connie over here. How are you doing? Okay, how are you today? Is life treating you good? If it isn't, doesn't matter. For the next 15 minutes or 10 minutes or however long this video takes, I will be talking to you about why I don't chain smoke cigarettes while chain smoking 2 cigarettes, because I just thought that was a very good idea. And honestly, I just felt like smoking 2 cigarettes. Usually I only smoke 1 a day. Today I'm gonna be smoking not only 2, but 1 after the other. So I will be chain smoking them. But this is something that I rarely do, and I have some reasons as to why that is. Now, a couple things that we need to take into consideration before the video actually starts. The sun is beaming right to the left side of my face, so it's very hard for me to keep my left side open, but I will try my best just for you. And another thing is that it's very, very windy today. So if you hear like everything like just, you know, it's rough out here. It's very rough, but I will be chain smoking 2 Rothman Red cigarettes, which have been my favorite, to be honest, ever since I tried them. They are not better than the Chesterfield Originals, but they are still a banger. So let me light this one. Let me start with the reasons as to why I don't do this often at all. And let's go. Let's light it up. So, most of my reasons will probably sound very goofy when you hear them for the first time, okay? But I need you, like, just you wait for my explanation, because it will all make sense. So my first reason as to why I usually don't chain smoke is because cigarettes make me extremely thirsty for water. So if I don't have water with me in my car, which I do right now, and it's actually very good. It's not fresh, but it's room temperature, good enough, you know. If I do not have water with me, smoking 1 cigarette, it's fine. You know, my mouth gets dry, it's a little bit shitty, but it's good. If I smoke 2 cigarettes and I don't have water, I will not be doing good, okay? My mouth will be extremely dry, I will not feel a pleasant sensation. I just like having water, which I rarely have because I forget to drink water, quite honestly, a lot of the times, which causes me a lot of headaches. That could be avoidable. Avoidable? Preventable. Hello? That could be preventable if I just drank some water. So now I carry around this bottle of water and I have it. So I will be chain smoking more. No, just kidding. But that is honestly one of the reasons. You know, if I don't have water, I cannot smoke 2 cigarettes in a row because I'm just like, you know. Now, my second reason as to why I don't chain smoke cigarettes, it's because smoking is expensive, okay? And I know, okay, so this causes a lot of controversy, something like that, you know, in the comment section, because as you know, maybe you don't know, but you will know from now on, I am from Portugal, where packs go to a maximum of €5.60, you know, so comparing to a lot of places, it's not expensive here, okay? But it's still expensive to me because for Portuguese standards, smoking, it's pretty expensive, okay? So if I was to chain smoke 2 cigarettes a day instead of 1, I would run through my packs twice as fast, which would make me have to spend twice the money that I usually do. Wow, this was very complicated in my head to say this right now. So I would have to say that money is one of the reasons as to why I don't chain smoke, because it would just make me spend more money on cigarettes. I would say that I spend around 15 euros a month on cigarettes, and that's only because I am, how do I say this? I like having like different choices. So I like having 2 packs of cigarettes and a pack of cigarillos, so I have like different things to try, you know? So it's only because I'm picky and I like trying new flavors. If I only wanted to smoke 1 pack and only have 1 pack, I would smoke 1 pack a month, which would come to a grand total of like €5.50 a month, which would be absolutely amazing, you know, although I smoke stale cigarettes for the most part, because they go stale after 2 days you open the pack, you know. It would be absolutely stellar if I just spent the €5, but because I'm picky and I like having options, you know, I usually spend around 15. But imagine I was smoking like twice as much as I do, then I would spend €30 a month being picky, or 10, okay? If I only bought 1 pack, I would spend 10. Do I want to spend €10 a month on cigarettes? Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't sound bad at all. I know like some packs of cigarettes cost more than that in other countries, so I will stop complaining about this point. I don't want to get you guys mad, okay? We'll move on to the next point. Let's go. Damn, having water when you're smoking a cigarette just makes it so much better. I don't know, even feels like I can speak more than I usually do because usually my throat and my mouth just get very dry and I'm like, my voice starts to get raspy, you know? But if I have water, amazing. So anyway, the next reason as to why I do not chain smoke is because I have a very, 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 very times 10 very low tolerance to nicotine. So sometimes if I smoke a full flavored cigarette, as this one is, it's a red, I get nicotine sick because my tolerance is so low, right? Now if I smoke 2 of them in a row, it's almost guaranteed that I will get nicotine sick. Not absolutely guaranteed, but it's very possible. I start getting anxious, I start getting worked up, I start getting dizzy and sweaty, and it's not a good time. So I usually, if I'm having anxious days, which are 8 out of 10 the days are anxious, I will not smoke 2 cigarettes because I know that will just make me more anxious, you know, because cigarettes elevate your blood flow, your heart rate, that's what I meant. I don't know these terms in English, you know, but it elevates your heart rate. So if you have anxiety, your heart rate is already elevated. So if you're gonna elevate it even more, you're gonna feel even more anxious, right? Now I'm gonna put this cigarette out. Pardon me for not smoking it to the end. I just don't like the flavor of the last hit. I feel like it tastes too chemical and just not that pleasant. And now I will start with my chain smoking because I will smoke the second cigarette. Now, something that I've read online is that smoking 2 cigarettes is not chain smoking because some people say that chain smoking can only be done when you smoke at least 3 cigarettes. And I've thought about this and I think it's wrong, and I have a couple reasons. Honestly, I have one reason, so let's light this up and I'll talk about that. So if we think about a chain, when I think about a chain, I think about a metal chain, right? So it's like this. So this is a chain, right? This is only 2. This is a chain of 2. So it's still a chain, right? So I can chain smoke 2 cigarettes because, you know what? I don't really know where I was going with this. I'm gonna be very honest. I had a really good point in my head. I was thinking about this before recording the video and now I kind of forgot where I was going with it. I guess that's what I want to say is I can chain smoke 2 cigarettes because, you know, concepts are just concepts. They are just things that humans create. So I can call chain smoking to 2 cigarettes if I want to because words just don't have any meaning until you give meaning to them. So I will say that smoking 2 cigarettes is chain smoking because I can. See what happens to my voice when I don't drink water and I'm smoking and I only took 1 hit and I didn't drink? It starts getting a little raspy. You know what? I'm very done with this wind. I don't know why it's been so windy. For the past months, Portugal has just been extremely windy. It feels like every day it's windy, and I don't really understand why. It never has been like this before. Usually we'd have like 5 days of the year where it was extremely windy, and for the past months it has been. I don't know what's that about. But yeah, you know what? Those were basically my reasons as to why I don't chain smoke. I kind of didn't really plan what I was gonna say apart from that part where I was talking about the chain, which didn't even work because I forgot what I wanted to say. So now I don't really know what to talk about. So I guess we're just gonna enjoy this cigarette and enjoy our buzz because I'm gonna get a big buzz from this one. The days here have been interesting because a lot of foreigners have been coming to my country because the Pope Francis is in my country right now. So there's a lot of people coming from a lot of places in the world, and there's just so many young people walking on the streets and like super like just vibing and chilling, you know? And I'm like, yo, that's cool. I hope you can see how windy it is. It's very windy. Also, I have this thing where I feel like if I start chain smoking cigarettes, I will lose the buzz, right? So I will not feel the buzz as often as I do, which I do when I smoke 1 cigarette. I automatically feel the buzz, even if it's like a very light head buzz or like a big buzz. I usually feel it when I smoke, right? And I feel like if I start chain smoking more, I will not feel that buzz as often. So that is another reason as to why I don't do it. A police car just drove by me. I don't know why, but I get anxious when I see police cars, although I'm not doing anything wrong, and I never do anything wrong because I'm a very follow the rules type of person, you know. I'm very scared of breaking the law or any rules at all, even if they were implemented by my parents and I'm 22, you know. I don't know, I just don't like breaking the rules. Every time I see a police car, I get a little bit anxious, and I don't know why. I feel like I should feel safe and secure. I don't. So that might be a problem. Yep, this is that part of the second cigarette where I start feeling a little bit worked up, so I will not smoke more of it because I start feeling like anxious. I start feeling like I need to breathe more fast and like more, and I need to take a big breath, and I start feeling just a little bit anxious. I don't know why. I feel like it comes from my very low tolerance, which is a bit annoying sometimes because, you know, sometimes I just feel like having another cigarette and then I end up having to only smoke it to the half of it, or else I will feel very anxious, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, you know what? I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless. It was a little bit goofy, but you know what? Sometimes I like talking about these random topics, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back very soon. Bye!